Okay, anyways, here we go. Chapter 2. I'm alive, I will always watch over you. Unlike me, you will have peace. There was a promise she made from the moment she saw the Amoreum Meniotic fluid covering rashes on my face. Her mother had given birth early after being beaten by a group of women at a party who felt her lighter skin afforded her some unknown privilege. Barely alive and clutching her belly when she traipsed to her apartment building, it was her 13-year-old daughter who greeted her in the hallway, where she collapsed on the stairwell. Sensing its mother fears, the infant pushed prodded with the wand to be free within minutes. Rasha Dabri was born in fear and bathed in blood. To make matters more insane, watched her mother take her last breath when her sister take her first into a hateful world. Rasha's father, Lester, who returned home later that night after being with another woman, walked over her, running toward the door as paramedics worked desperately to save her life. "Don't look at me like that, girl," he said to Darcy. "I'm all you got now. But you'll need me long before I need you." She prayed. She prayed, but he wasn't right. Anyway. Okay. On page 14. When he demonstrated such a callous act, using his words, there was a smile on his face that Darcy never forgot, almost as if he were relieved that her mother was gone. Then Darcy believed she knew why. He was living in the embodiment but to the bougie man. But he was the monster who he was the monster who crept in the children's rooms that night, destroying their childhood in the process. And so as Dorothy held her baby sister in her arm, she vowed to protect her always. And that is exactly what she was trying to do. After running so far that trash along the baselines of row homes, transposed into her flower pots and small gardens, indicating she was now in a wealthy neighborhood. She paused when she happened upon garage connected to a brownstone. Looking behind herself for the assailant, she dipped inside, standing next to a late model white Benz. When her butt brushed against it, she could feel its warmth. She was certain someone just returned home, but probably from the grocers, and filled them to close the door. To her, it was a sign from God. After all, she prayed hard. Okay, last chapter. Or a couple of chapters left. Where are we going? Levi asked as he was pulled inside. His eyes were as white as his face, and his eyelashes were as fluffy as dandelions. Shh! She placed the long of a finger against her lips. I want to still gripping Vasha. Darcy bent down to stare him in the eyes. Listen, we're going someplace safe. Now I don't know where yet, but we're going together. Okay? Question mark. But you gotta be quiet. His sister doesn't. His sister didn't often use thunder when talking to him. But this was no playtime, and he had better be quiet. Okay, he nodded. She stood up, looked to her right. There was a door, and she opened it, welcoming herself into someone's house. It was a bold move, but when it came to her siblings, she would kill. She would kill. To see them safe. Once inside, the first thing that hit her was the sweetest smell potpourri. There was such a stark difference from the others of sex. A fried chicken, curry and death that left some pudding in the apartment. Really? She lived in Baltimore, city with her father. She reasoned that money had a way of cleaning the air. It was somewhat true. Okay, okay, now slowly she ascended the steps, leading further into the house, despite not knowing where she was going. When she looked down, she saw thousands of ants, which she and her friends referred to as white people roaches, marching in armies along the staircase. She wondered why they were so deep. Okay, this says here, who are you? Joe Hearn asked, walking into the house. He was a tall white man in his late 40s, with piercing blue eyes. There was both kindness and danger in his expression. Which personality would he offer this night? I said, who are you? He tosses he tosses key on the table next to the couch. They slammed the they slammed against it before sliding to the floor. I'm a Darcy's. My voice was trapped in her throat. I'm a Joe, what's going on? Nancy Hearn that's entering the living room from upstairs. She was a short, stocky white woman with light red hair that clearly wanted to clock out her life, allowing the graying roots to do its job. But okay, now who are these people? She pulled the strings of her robe tighter, squeezing her body in half. But I don't know. But he said that before walking up to Darcy, she hasn't told me yet. Mother, I'm still waiting. Darcy opened her mouth to talk, but still no word exited. Why couldn't she speak? Surely, but she saw this. Coming, when she decided to break in, then to write, this is my sister, Levine, said, raising his chin. Joe smiled at the boy. Okay, he nodded. So what are you doing in my house? He shrugged. Well, I don't know. He looked up at her. What we doing in these white peoples? She ain't. Him quiet and took a deep breath. From my sister and I, all of us, we in trouble. He frowned. Trouble? Trouble? No, trouble how? I'm going to lock the door in case more of them try to get inside. Nancy said, running down the steps leading to the garage. Can we sit down? Darcy asked, looking at the white luxurious couch. Jumped to her left. He nodded. She sat on the sofa and tugged at her brother, who stared at the man Nana. But he wasn't. He wasn't used. He wasn't used to seeing vanilla colored faces. The Darcy, on the other hand, tried to tuck her bloody feet under the couch, to prevent angering the host. Sit down, I. He flopped next to her. Well, I need somewhere safe, sir. I ain't got no money, but. Okay, and that was the last page. Now, if anybody enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like the video. Comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell right next to the subscribe button, guys, and thanks for watching.